Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Commodity TV and a new edition of our virtual online interview series. Today, we want to get an update from Skeena Resources. And with us here is Katie MacKenzie, the Director of Investor Relations of the company. Katie, good morning to Canada. How are you?
Good, thanks. Good morning, Oken.
Yeah, great to see you, Katie. Thanks for taking the time. I'm a shareholder of the company. I want to disclose that upfront. And honestly, it's unbelievable because the company brought again out fantastic numbers here today. We want to talk about your Snip resource, the new mineral resource estimate. And I must say, I find it very positive. So, what is it about?
Yeah, thanks, Jochen. To your point, we just released an updated resource on Snip. So the last one was done in 2020, and we see
Mhm,
an indicated resource of 823,000 ounces at 9.35 grams per ton gold. So that's a
mhm.
200 and approximately 240% increase from the previous MRE that was done. And most
Mhm.
of that is due to infill drilling. So we did a significant infill drilling program along with Hochschild.
Okay, super. So, as you converted a lot of the resources from inferred to indicated, so I think the quality of the project is much, much higher now, right?
Correct. There's a lot more certainty behind the ore body.
Great. And how many ounces? I think you had an increase of 579,000 ounces, which you converted. And altogether, if I take that all together, that sounds to me a little bit like that's a mine already.
Yeah, I mean, having a project with 800 north of 800,000 ounces at the grade that we do definitely could be a mine on its own, but we'll look to add it to Eskay Creek as a satellite
Mhm.
project in the future.
Okay, super. So I could imagine that would boost, of course, the economics for SK Creek altogether, right? Because that is something which you had not under calculation so far. And I could imagine that gives maybe better concentrates, more ounces, and you can use still the same process facilities, the same production facilities you would build anyway, right?
Yeah, we expect it to add approximately 2 years of mine life to Eskay Creek, and to your point, it's
Mhm,
higher grade, so it will increase, or we expect it to increase the concentrate payabilities at Eskay Creek
mhm.
as well. That will all be highlighted in a engineering study with project economics in the first half of 2024 for Snip.
Aha, okay, super. Then we get really numbers which we can calculate on.
Correct. Yes.
Then I saw you did a comparison 2020 SNP resource to 2023. And what I saw is the contained grade of gold dropped by 33%. Because you had before, you had like 14 grams per ton. Now you have 9.35 grams gold per ton, but you have many, many more ounces. So through what came that? What is the reason behind? Just for understanding.
Yeah, so if you look at the mineral resource estimate specifically in the S veins, there was a lot of additional material added, tonnage added, and with that
Mhm.
came a bit lower grade. So that brought the overall grade down.
Yeah, but still, I mean, you have many, many more ounces, more tonnage, of course. So overall, let's say it is much better, right? It's positive.
Yeah, and to your
Yeah.
point previously, the certainty has increased significantly. That's
Yeah, and
why.
that's really important because we love certainty when we want to spend a lot of money, right? Super. Let's come shortly to your SK Creek project. You brought out a fantastic feasibility study. I think that was in just a year ago, September 2022. And if I go back to that at an NPV of 5%, you had 1.4 billion Canadian dollars of NPV, a 50% IRR, a 1 year payback only, and that's at $1,700 gold, $19 silver. We are in both cases much better. So that looks really fantastic. So what have you done the last, let's say, 3 to 6 months yeah, to bring the project forward because the feasibility is now there, and I could imagine now you are doing the things like yeah, the EIS or permitting, etc. So what's going on with the project?
Thanks, Oken. Yeah, there's been a number of different things done throughout the company with all of the departments, to your point, exploration, permitting, and operations. So, from an operations perspective, Randy Reichert, our president and CEO came in, and he came in a little bit too late to make the changes he wanted to the feasibility study. So that's why we're doing the updated definitive feasibility study, which is expected to be out at the end of this year. On the operations side, we're making some optimizations. So, for example, a simplified flow sheet. The mining method has changed from shovels to backhoe excavators, and that's a way to decrease dilution when we go to mine it. There's been a number of things done there. We've also put an assay lab on site so that our lab turnaround times are quicker. And we're currently doing earthworks where the infrastructure pad will be and some blasting there. On the permitting side, we're continuing to push things forward. On the environmental assessment certificate, we're moving things along. It's still expected in the same timeline it was in the process charter. And then from the exploration side of things, we've had a significant, or we are doing a significant drill program there this year. So we completed just about 2,700 meters of drilling on our near mine exploration, just east of the 22 zone. So we were following up on one-offs from previous years, but the main focus of our exploration program at Eskay Creek is following up on Eskay 22-1081, which is the hole that hit in the Eskay Deeps last year. So it hit 4 grams per ton over 32 meters. And as a reminder, this is the exploration of the down dip extension to the north of the contact mudstone, which historically was the ultra high grade unit that Barrick previously mined out. So it was what carried the 2.5 ounce per ton material. And that's what we're searching for this year with the exploration that we're doing. Because ultimately, if we hit, that will be a game changer for the company. So we're excited about that.
Game changer in what sense?
The potential of finding another Eskay Creek at depth and having a Eskay Creek 2.0 or another mine that's equivalent to what Eskay Creek is today. So that's what we're looking for.
You mean you want to find an elephant below the elephant you have already?
Correct. Yes.
Yeah. So for the project finance, can you say already any ideas or hypothetically, is that possible?
Yeah. So I mean, we're looking at a split. We'll try to keep equity to a minimum, just because given these markets is quite dilutive. And then we're looking at a potential silver stream on the project. As well.
Yeah, I can imagine the Wheatons and the Osiskos of these worlds, they are already queuing up.
Yeah, I mean, we have 13 groups in our data room right now doing due diligence. So we're very much in the process of completing project financing.
Okay, super. What size of silver stream we are talking about? What do you think might be possible?
I mean, we're still working out the details, so I don't want to get too deep into it, but
no, of course, just to get an idea. We are not holding you for sure then.
There'll be a split between equity, debt, and a silver stream.
Okay, super, perfect. Let's say next catalyst for the company immediately coming up. What can we expect?
Drill results from Eskay Creek. So those should start kind of coming out in October time period. And then our definitive feasibility study will be out in Q4, likely early November. And then next year is when we expect the economic study on Snip. So we're looking forward to that as well.
Super. Then you are really set up and ready to rumble.
Yes, we're very excited for the 6 months
Fantastic.
ahead.
Me too. I have to make sure I buy some more shares. Fantastic. Katie, thank you very much for the update. Always helpful. And I think we have a lot of news in front of us here, and we keep our viewers here posted. And I would suggest we do an update then soon as we see more news. And you guys take care, and please keep it going, because always fantastic what you have produced so far.
Thanks, Jürgen.
Thank you very much. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that was Katie MacKenzie, the Director of Investor Relations of Skeena Resources, and you heard it. The updated feasibility is coming. The economic study is coming for Snip. So things are really looking great. We will see more drill results. And don't forget, the company has already posted a fantastic feasibility study. And yeah, I could imagine this will be the next big gold mine here in Canada for sure. And the team around Randy Reichert has really done an outstanding job. And I'm a shareholder of the company. You should really make sure that you get some shares, because at those low levels, that is really a joke for such a high quality project and company. Thanks for watching us. Bye bye from Austria today. That was Commodity TV for you.